After 50, every salad you eat quietly flips 4 tiny switches in your body. If those switches are wrong, the same vegetables that should protect you can quietly raise your stroke risk. Just past midnight, a 68-year-old man was rushed to the emergency room. The room was spinning. His words were slurred. One arm had gone weak. The first question from the medical team, "What did you eat for dinner?" He answered, proud of his choice. "Just a salad. Broccoli, romaine, a little corn." Online, you see videos like, "Never eat this vegetable after 50. Spinach causes stroke overnight." So did vegetables really send this man to the ER? I'm a physician who has spent 20 years treating patients over 50. After thousands of cases, one pattern is clear. The problem is not the vegetables. The problem is how 4 simple switches are set. In this video, it'll show you 4 switches that make vegetables safer after 50. Switch 1, consistency. Switch 2, timing. Switch 3, form. Switch 4, hydration. Most people only think about one of these and get the other 3 completely wrong. When these 4 switches are in the right position, the same broccoli, the same salad, can lead to completely different outcomes. Let's start with switch number 1. Switch 1, consistency. Rather than eliminating broccoli and spinach, it's more important to stop the inconsistent eating pattern. This is the first switch, consistency. Mrs. Johnson's story. Mrs. Johnson, 72 years old, hadn't eaten broccoli for 10 years. My doctor told me to avoid it with blood thinners. But I told her the opposite. You should actually eat it, just a little bit regularly. Why? Broccoli contains vitamin K. Blood thinners like warfarin work by partially blocking vitamin K's action. The old advice was, avoid all vegetables high in vitamin K. But current guidelines say, don't avoid it completely, but don't let the amount fluctuate wildly. Here's why. If you barely eat broccoli one week, then suddenly eat 2 big bowls, then none the next week, your warfarin's effectiveness swings back and forth. Your blood becomes too thin, then too thick. My prescription for Mrs. Johnson: eat a handful of broccoli 3 times a week. I'll adjust your medication to match. 6 months later, her blood tests were stable. The spinach problem. Oxalates in spinach clog your arteries overnight? We're blaming the wrong culprit. Oxalates can form kidney stones, not blood vessel clogs. One of my patients got kidney stones 2 to 3 times a year. Why? Spinach for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. The solution: don't stick to one vegetable. Rotate among different leafy greens. Spinach today, kale tomorrow, romaine the day after. Remember the 5-color principle: red tomatoes, green spinach, yellow carrots, white onions, purple eggplant. First switch summary. Don't suddenly eat lots, then stop, then start again. Rotate among different types. Write down your pattern and show your doctor. If this has been helpful, please tap the like button and subscribe. Now, let's move to switch number 2. Switch 2, timing. The second switch is timing. The 9 p.m. salad. Mr. Davis, 67, ate salad every night at 9 p.m. I should eat light at dinner, right? Yes, but eating light and eating late are different things. Mr. Davis took 4 medications and barely drank water. Salad has water in it. After 60, our thirst signals weaken, kidney function declines, and medications affect fluid balance. What happens when you skip meals all day, then eat a large bowl of raw vegetables at 9 p.m.? Your body has to digest food while already low on energy and fluids. Blood pressure can swing overnight. Timing rules. Golden time for salads: lunch or before 6 p.m. After 9 p.m., avoid large amounts of raw vegetables alone. After 10 p.m., avoid raw vegetables plus starchy snacks like chips. Carrots and corn. Raw carrots at night spike blood sugar? Before blaming the carrot, blame the timing. Raw carrots have a low glycemic index of 16. The problem is eating them at 11 p.m. while watching TV, continuously snacking until bedtime. Corn is starch, not a vegetable. Processed corn chips at night affect both blood sugar and blood pressure. Second switch summary. Salads before 6 p.m. Snacks during daytime. After 10 p.m., avoid vegetables plus starch. We've covered two switches: consistency and timing. But was this all that was wrong with the 68-year-old man in the era? No. Two more switches remain. One of them is something many believe is safe because it's natural. Switch 3. Form. The third switch is form. Green juice risk. Mr. Wilson, 70, started every morning with green juice. 1 glass contained spinach, kale, celery, 1 apple, half a pear. Normally, you couldn't eat all that in one meal, but he drank it in 5 minutes. When you make juice, fiber gets thrown away, but vitamin K, oxalates, and sugars rush in at once. Mr. Wilson took Warfarin. His blood tests started fluctuating wildly. Why? The vitamin K in his juice varied by 2 to 5 times daily, depending on which vegetables he used. If you must have juice, less than 200 milliliters, 2 to 3 times per week during daytime. The basic rule: chew your food. The supplement trap. Garlic capsules are natural, so they're safer than medications, right? My answer is always the same. Supplements aren't food. If your doctor doesn't know about them, they can be dangerous. Mrs. Anderson, 61, came to the ER with a nosebleed that wouldn't stop. She was taking aspirin and warfarin, plus garlic capsules and ginkgo supplements. They're natural. Research shows garlic, ginkgo, and high-dose omega-3 can make blood flow more easily. Combined with blood thinners, they increase bleeding risk. Natural does not equal safe. Before starting any supplement, show your doctor your complete medication list. Whole foods. Don't eat only the pretty parts. Broccoli stems have fiber and vitamins. Radish greens have more calcium than roots. Carrot tops have more vitamin K than roots. Tomatoes. Lycopene is absorbed better from cooked tomatoes with oil than raw ones. Saute tomatoes in olive oil for better absorption. Third switch summary. Chew rather than juice. Tell your doctor about supplements. Eat whole foods, including stems and leaves. Switch 4. Hydration. The fourth switch is hydration. The most overlooked switch. Mr. and Mrs. Thompson, both 69, were health conscious. They ate vegetables daily, but came in dizzy with dark yellow urine. How much water do you drink? Vegetables have water, right? They were drinking only 2 to 3 glasses daily. Research shows many people over 65 are chronically mildly dehydrated. This makes blood thicker and affects brain blood flow. Raw vegetables alone cannot meet your daily water needs. Simple tips. Have 1 glass of water with each meal. On days when you eat a lot of vegetables or whole grains, add 1 extra glass. Check your urine color. Pale lemonade is usually okay. Dark yellow means you probably need more water. Warning: if you take diuretics or blood pressure pills, you're more vulnerable to dehydration. But if you have fluid restrictions from heart failure or kidney disease, ask your doctor first. Fourth switch summary. 1 cup with every meal. Check urine color. Pay extra attention if taking diuretics. Consult your doctor if you have fluid restrictions. Now, let's go back to the 68-year-old man. This is a composite case combining patterns I've seen in practice. 7 p.m. Consistency off. He rarely ate broccoli, but watched a video saying broccoli cleans arteries. That evening, he ate a huge bowl. He was taking warfarin but thought broccoli is healthy. Warning: sudden vitamin K overload. Unexpected warfarin changes. 8 p.m. Form off, he took garlic extract, omega-3, and ginkgo supplements. He believed they were safe because they're natural. He never told his doctor. Warning: supplements interacting with blood thinners. 10:30 p.m. Timing off, he felt bloated and ate another large bowl of romaine salad. Warning: raw vegetables after 10 p.m. on an empty stomach. 11:30 p.m. Timing off again, he ate an entire bag of corn chips in front of the TV. Warning: high salt, high starch snack. Raw vegetables plus starch. All day. Hydration off, he barely drank water all day. He took a diuretic but thought vegetables have water. Warning: dehydration while on diuretics. 12:40 a.m. The result: sudden dizziness. Slurred speech. One arm numb. Diagnosis: TIA, a mini stroke. With all four switches off, these factors combined with his existing high blood pressure likely stressed blood flow to his brain. Critical warning: I only have one of these problems, so I'm fine? Absolutely not. Each switch can create danger independently. Consistency off, warfarin fluctuates. Timing off, blood pressure unstable overnight. Form wrong, supplements interact. Hydration lacking, blood thickens. Even one requires immediate attention. The real point: this is not salad causes strokes. Vegetables are strong allies for your body. The problem is when, how much, with what, while taking which medications, and in what form. Vegetables weren't the culprit. The four switches being off was the culprit. For switches summary. Switch 1. Consistency: eat similar amounts daily. If taking blood thinners, eat vitamin K vegetables in consistent weekly amounts. Rotate among types. Show your pattern to your doctor. Switch 2. Timing: salads before 6 p.m. Snacks during daytime. After 10 p.m., avoid vegetables plus starch. Switch 3. Form: chew rather than juice. Supplements are medications, not food. Tell your doctor before starting any. Eat whole foods including stems and leaves. Switch 4. Hydration: 1 cup with every meal, especially vegetable-heavy meals. Check urine color. Extra attention if taking diuretics. Consult doctor if fluid restricted. Bonus: 5 colors: red, green, yellow, white, purple. Try all 5 daily. Vegetables are still your body's strongest ally. The real problem is not the salad itself, but when, how much, with what, and in what form you eat it, especially while taking certain medications. The four switches being off was the culprit. Starting today, keep these 4 switches on, and the same vegetables create completely different results. In 20 years of practice, I've seen patients follow these 4 rules and stay healthy well into their 90s. You can do this too. If this was helpful, please like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Leave 2 things in the comments. 1. Which switch surprised you most? 2. What habit will you change tonight? Remember these 4 switches. A healthy vegetable lifestyle: you can absolutely do this. Thank you for watching.